Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I want to show you something real quick. This is one of my push-up bars. Obviously, I have two of them. And it's very special to me because my dad bought these for me when I was 8 years old because I wanted to get a stronger chest. And at the time, my wrestling coach would make us do like a gazillion push-ups every day at practice. And so my dad bought me these push-up bars, and I've kept them my entire life. The first piece of fitness equipment that I've ever owned. And I think I shouldn't say I think, I know I owe a lot of my upper body strength and a lot of the shape and mass of my chest to basically using the crap out of these things every single day. I was doing nuclei overload training at a very young age, and I didn't even know what it was, right? I was 8 years old, and I was in wrestling school, wrestling practice, just doing tons and tons of push-ups. But something can be said for doing a lot of reps of an exercise, especially a bodyweight exercise, with some progressive overload, in this case, just adding a few inches to the depth of doing the push-up, and how that can affect your body over time as you continue to do it, right? Progressive overload doesn't just have to be going to the gym and using more weight. Remember, there's three muscle building mechanisms: mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscle damage. Mechanical tension being adding more weight, of course, metabolic stress being adding more volume, and then muscle damage, well, that can happen from both mechanisms 1 and 2, right? But if you're not training hard on those mechanisms by adding weight or doing more volume, of course, you're not going to see muscle damage. But in today's video, what we're going to do is go over 9 push-up variations that you can do at home to help build muscle and strength. Now, in my honest opinion, at some point in time, if you want to see more growth and more strength, you're going to have to go to the gym. You're going to have to either do some heavy dumbbell bench pressing or heavy barbell bench pressing in order to achieve that goal. But we can still make some really good progress by utilizing some of these variations. In fact, you guys know that I absolutely love doing my drop sets when I do my workouts, right? In fact, my program that I love to do the most, that you guys see me talk about all the time, is my 5-day bodybuilding split. And in my 5-day bodybuilding split, which you guys can try for free, just go to the program section of my website. Every single exercise has a drop. It includes a drop set. Sometimes what I'll do, let's say I'm dumbbell bench pressing or barbell bench pressing, when I start to get really fatigued, instead of lowering the weight, I'll finish the set, roll over, hit the ground, and I'll do some sort of push-up variation, whether it's one of these or even just a standard push-up is enough at some point when you're super fatigued, right? So that's what we're going to go over today. We're going to jump right in. But before we do, I just want to share something very cool with you guys that I'm excited about. As many of you know, I've been working on a mobile gaming franchise for the last 3 years, currently pitching our story to streamers like Netflix and Prime. We have an anime as well, that's what I'm talking about. And there was a local Comic-Con that I went to, and I set up a booth, and I got to meet a ton of amazing people. I handed out comics all day. I had my trailer playing on my laptop there. I got my prototypes in for my U2s, which came out so cool. And it was just a really fun Sunday. And we have bigger events where we do bigger booths like this as well. Let me turn off my face camera real quick. I'm blocking the whole entire side. You can see in the middle there, we have a cosplay suit for one of our characters that's actually made for me. I wear that at some of these events, but it was just really cool. It was really exciting. I had a great time. I wanted to share it with you guys. Now let's work on your chest. Probably the weirdest fitness segue from one thing to another and back, but you know what? At heart, I am a gamer and a collector, and I'm huge into anime. And if I'm being honest, I only got into lifting because I wanted to get huge and beat the shit out of the kids that were picking on me. And I thought if I built up big muscles like Captain America and Superman, I could protect myself as well as my friends. And then that's why I started wrestling, and that's why I got the push-up bars, and that's why I'm teaching you how to get in shape. So here we go. Who says bullying is bad? Unfortunately, sometimes it leads to an outcome, and that outcome is me. So phase 1, the beginner's trio. Now, obviously, I say 2 to 3 rounds, 10 to 12 reps per exercise, 60 to 90 seconds between sets. these are just parameters to work within, right? Depending on your level of strength, maybe you can't do 2 to 3 rounds. Maybe you can do more than 2 to 3 rounds, right? Experiment with these. These are all experimentations. I'm about to go over 9 push-up variations. If you want to take stuff from phase 1 and mix it with phase 2 and end with something from phase 3, by all means do it. See what works best for you. And of course, if you want to watch the video to see exactly how to do the exercises, if the photos look a little too confusing, I'll put the link down in the info section below to this article, and you can just click play right here. It'll play the video, and you can watch the entire thing. But the first exercise for phase 1 is very cool. Push-up with a twist, right? So you're doing the push-up. You're going to go all the way down, and as you come up, you're going to twist to the side and stay on one arm like that. This is going to work a bit more on your shoulder stabilizers, right? And you're going to have to also flex your core in order to hold yourself up like this and not fall over. And obviously, as you go down and come up on your right arm, then you're going to go down and come up and go to your left arm and keep alternating back and forth. Push up to press. This one sucks. Not going to lie. I incorporate this exercise a lot into my circuit training. For those of you who have done my circuit training videos, you've seen me do this one. Going into the press and then back into the push-up is not easy. Some of you, if you have a hard time with this, or honestly, if you have a hard time with most of these push-up variations, you can drop to your knees to make it a little harder. It's totally fine to do that. But if you can handle it without dropping to your knees, and do as many reps as you can. But what's good about going into a press, a lot of y'all might not recognize this, but doing overhead pressing movements, that will help you with your bench press, okay? So going into a press and back into a push-up, this motion is going to help you get a lot stronger. And then single arm elevated push-up, these are great because these can help work on like imbalances from one side to the other. So the side that is on the ground is working a bit harder than the side that's on the plate. But just make sure you do both sides equally. So the goal is to do 10 to 12 repetitions. If you need to break it up into 5 reps like this and 5 reps on the other side, right? So 5 reps with your left hand on the plate and then 5 reps with your right hand on the plate, that's totally fine. It still equals 10, okay? Phase number 2, time to get serious. 3 to 5 rounds, 10 to 12 reps per exercise, 60, 90-second rests between sets. Spider-Man push-up. This one's a lot of fun. You might need to look at the video for this one to do a full panoramic view, but basically what's happening is as you go down at the same time, you're bringing one of your legs, like one of your knees to your elbow on the same side. And then what would happen is when you go back to the top and come down, the second repetition, you would do the other knee and you just keep switching back and forth. These are actually a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing Spider-Man push-ups. Plyo side to side. What you're going to be doing here is explosively pushing off the ground and then trying to move your entire body like 12 inches to the right, go down, explosively push up, and try to get another foot to the left, and go back and forth just like this, okay? If you have to rest, like if you're trying to do 10 repetitions, but you get tired at 5, and you have to rest 15 to 20 seconds to finish the next 5, that's okay too. A lot of people get hung up on like doing everything all at once. For example, like you go to the gym, you try to you're doing 3 sets on every exercise, you're doing 8 repetitions on every single set. If you're trying to go heavier and you get 5 out of those 8 reps and you're barbell bench pressing and you want to rack and wait 15 or 20 seconds, unrack and try to get those last 2 to 3 reps in, that's okay to do. It doesn't always have to be in a row. And the third push-up, this one I actually incorporate a lot into my circuit training as well. It's a really fun exercise. It's definitely hitting your chest, but it's going to hammer the absolute crap out of your triceps. It's called a Sphinx push-up because in the down position, the way that your body is positioned, it looks like a Sphinx, right? Like with your arms like that. You can see in image number 1. And what you're essentially doing is you're trying to keep your hands in one spot and you're pushing as hard as you can through your chest and triceps to get to the top position. If you've never tried this before, like pause the video, get on the ground and try it, and then jump back in here and leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Phase 3, taking it to the next level, 3 to 5 rounds, 10 to 12 reps per exercise, 60, 90 seconds between sets. Plate plyo push-up. So what you're actually going to be doing here, whenever you see plyo push-up in the description, that means that you're explosively pushing yourself off the ground, right? So up here, you explosively push yourself off the ground and we're going side to side. With the plates, what you're going to do is you're going to start in the bottom position, right? Getting that deep stretch in your chest, and you're going to explosively push up, and your hands should actually come off the plates before they hit the plates again, and you control yourself on the way down and do another repetition. You're going to really love these. For those of you who say you can't build muscle at home, you can't overload at home on your chest, do like 3 to 5 rounds of plyo push-ups and let me know what you think after that, okay? Weighted push-up. The weighted push-up, like, it's kind of tough, right? You can put a plate on your back like this. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but as you get better at it, it gets to be easier. You can use a weighted vest, obviously. The only problem with a weighted vest is if you have all the weights in the front, you're taking away like 2 to 3 inches of range of motion on the bottom. So try to put the plates on your back only, right? So there's different ways that you can do it. Or if you have a workout partner that can stack plates on your back, you can do it that way as well. But weighted push-up, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Put some weights on your back, all the way down, all the way up. And then, of course, the hottest variation, which is the single arm push-up. Now, there are people that can do the single arm push-up with their feet together. I probably could if I trained with it a lot and really try to hone in on that skill. But for the sake of this video, I didn't. I had my feet spread out, as you can see, for stability, but still was going all the way down and all the way up to complete my repetitions. I can do the single arm push-up. I did it in the video. There's video proof of me doing that. But single arm push-up, again, try to hit all the repetitions, same amount of repetitions on your left arm that you do on your right arm. And guys, like, you can do push-ups like this every single day as well, right? When it comes to doing body weight stuff, calisthenics type stuff, you can do these things every single day in a row. Try not to maybe just hammer one body part aggressively the entire time, but like, it's possible to do a pretty good overall body workout every single day. Your body will adapt to it. Your body will get stronger. Your body is capable of amazing things, right? Like, I hate when I go to the gym and I see people like referring like, well, this scientific study said that, blah, 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 blah. Like, how do you break your limits if all you do is look at scientific studies? You don't even know who those people are in the study, how hard they train, how long they've trained, how hard they've pushed their limits. I'm an anime guy. I'm all about pushing my limits, obviously being smart, getting adequate rest, eating enough to recover, but like, it's okay to push your limits. Like, you learn your body as you push it to the brink of destruction, basically, right? So I'm not saying do all of these variations and destroy yourself. Like, if you do one of these full workouts at home and the next day your muscles are sore to the touch, like, that's a good indication that you should probably let your body rest. It might be okay to do a couple push-ups just to try to get a nice stretch in the area, but listen to your body when there is muscle damage. Make sure you are recovering, but as you get stronger, you will be able to do push-ups like every single day. For those of you who have been watching my videos for a while, I often talk about nuclei overload training, and I've done it for various muscle groups. I think like 5 months ago, I told you guys I was doing 100 repetitions a day of push-ups, pull-ups, and body squats. And I did it 100 reps a day. And it hurt like hell for the first week. And I was sore as hell for the first week. But by the middle of week 2, I could handle 100 reps a day of 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, and 100 push-ups. I had abs in there as well. And guys, when you're hearing that, it wasn't 100 pull-ups in a row. It was like 5 rounds of 10 repetitions of each exercise or something like that, right? It wasn't all in a row. I wish I could do 100 pull-ups in a row. I can't do that. But there's all sorts of ways to get around pushing your limits. You just have to get creative with it. So guys, that's it for today's video. A little bit of rambling at the end, but honestly, guys, I don't mind. YouTube has shadow banned the absolute hell out of my channel because I didn't post for a while because I said, you know what, YouTube, I'm tired of being your slave and I'm tired of, fighting your algorithm. So I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to post when I want to post. And today I decided that I was going to help y'all build a much bigger chest at home by doing these push-up variations. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to tap that like button and we'll see you in the next one.